Hi there, happy Saturday. Today's poet is Robert Hayden. He's a Detroit poet. He was born in 1913 and he died in 1980. And Robert Hayden was born in the Paradise Valley neighborhood of Detroit, which was the center of commercial and entertainment life for the Black community in Detroit. It was adjacent to the Black Bottom neighborhood, which was the sort of set residential center of life for Black Detroit. Both neighborhoods tragically, thoughtlessly demolished around the mid-20th century for various projects. Black Bottom demolished to make room for the neighborhood I live in, that I'm sitting in now, Lafayette Park, and Paradise Valley demolished in pieces to make room for things like the stupid little freeway I-375 and the sports stadiums where they play football and baseball. Sort of an unforgivable dimension of Detroit history, which really is the beginning of the fragmentation and dispersion of the Black community here. Anyway, so Robert Hayden was born in Paradise Valley. He had sort of a tragic upbringing. He was born to poor parents who couldn't keep him, who passed him off to another set of poor parents who fought a lot. He was sort of tormented as a young person. He had very thick glasses because of his poor eyesight. He became a sort of bookish, quiet, lonely kid, as I understand it. By the time he died in 1980, he was well known and well respected as an important American poet and an important Black poet. He taught for many years at Fisk University as well as the University of Michigan. And in terms of his work, I think a few things worth noting. He was an adherent of the Baha'i faith, which is worth looking into. I was just kind of Googling it before sitting down here because I hadn't thought about it in a while, but it's a super interesting religious practice, which is sort of rooted in fundamental equality of all people, and has a justice component and sort of considers all of the major faiths as part of their truth, I guess. But yeah, so that work, rather that religious practice really informs the work. There's a lot of sort of striving toward transcendence in the work. And there's what kind of keeps me coming back, I think, over and over and over and over again over the years is Hayden's sort of kind of classical positioning. He has this very sort of stately, methodical way of writing that incorporates everything from very mundane day-to-day details to these much grander mythological aspirations. Just a beautiful, beautiful poet. And so the poem I'm choosing comes from my collected poems of Robert Hayden, and it was originally written in, 1966. It's called Summertime and the Living. And what I like about it, among everything else that's so beautiful about it, is that it does provide a little window into life in this lost neighborhood of Paradise Valley. Summertime and the Living. Nobody planted roses, he recalls, but sunflowers gangled there sometimes, tough-stalked and bold, and like the vivid children there, unplanned. There, circus poster horses curveted in trees of heaven above the quarrels and shattered glass, and he was bareback rider of them all. No roses there in summer. Oh, never roses, except when people died. And no vacations for his elders, so harshened after each unrelenting day that they were shouting angry. But summer was, they said, the poor folks' time of year. And he remembers how they would sit on broken steps amid the fevered tossings of the dusk, the dark, wafting hearsay with funeral parlor fans, or making evening solemn by their quietness. Feels their mosaic eyes upon him, though the florist roses that only sorrow could afford long since have bidden them Godspeed. Oh, summer, summertime. Then grim street preachers shook their tambourines and Bibles in the face of tolerant wickedness. Then Elks parades, and big, splendiferous Jack Johnson in his diamond limousine set the ghetto burgeoning with fantasies of Ethiopia, spreading her gorgeous wings. Thank you.